right, JJ No Scope here is asking, how do you set it to your local channels? He's talking about the Baofeng UV5R handheld ham radio. Great little radio. In the case of an emergency, these are your best friend. If there's ever like a weather catastrophe or any type of emergency, communications your best line of getting out of that emergency. With this little radio in my area, I could get all my local municipalities, police, fire, rescue, all that stuff. Plus you could get the NOAA weather reports on here, which is pretty cool. And then you could communicate with somebody up to like 5, 6, depending on your line of sight, 7 miles away. And if there's a repeater set up, you could talk to people like 50, 60 miles away. Now with these little radios, they seem pretty complicated. And the way that you're asking that, I think you're asking like, do you like as if it's like a TV and like your antenna picks up like all your local channels. It's not really how this works. You're going to go to radio reference and you're going to look up like your local municipalities, and then you're going to type in the frequency on the keypad right there. So if like say my local fire department was frequency 452-331, I type it in there like that, and then whatever transmissions are going across 452-331, I should be able to hear them. There is a little learning curve for these. Like there is like things that you could learn about these. They're not just basic like walkie-talkies. They're kind of like high-tech walkie-talkies, I guess is what you would say. Also, another thing is people are going to yell at you if you don't have a ham license. You should have a ham license. You're not really supposed to communicate over these without a ham license, but in the case of an emergency, if it's a life-threatening emergency, you can communicate over these. They're not going to get you in trouble. But if you just want to like talk over them with your friends, you need a ham radio license. And if somebody else, if you have like a walkie-talkie, if somebody else has another one of these radios, all you do is just type in the frequency. Say if I wanted to talk on 452-331 with another person, they would just type in 452-331 and then we could talk back and forth. But like I said, you do need a license for that. And another thing is if somebody has like a walkie-talkie, you could find out the frequency that walkie-talkie is using. Whether it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be a Baofeng. And then you can program this to talk to that walkie-talkie. There's a few places to learn how to use these. Not a Rubicon on YT is a good one. He'll teach you a whole bunch about these little Baofeng little hand radios. They're great, they're affordable, they're easy to use, they work, rechargeable. If you really want to get into ham radios, get your ham operator's license. You're gonna get like a call sign, so that way like you're actually legally able to talk over this radio. Everybody else watching this, if you need a radio, you really can't go wrong with the Baofeng UV5R. And then you could get these like incredibly cheap on TikTok for some reason. I'll link it. It should be right there if you want to grab one. Great little stocking stuffer, fun little hobby, and super cool to use. And like I said, if the cell phone towers go down, your ham radio will still operate.